Welcome to Veterans Claims Compass, where I guide you through the VA disability claims process every step of the way. If you're a veteran trying to understand how the VA works, if you're filing your first claim, if you've been denied and don't know what to do next, or if you simply want clear, honest answers without the confusion, you're in the right place. Have you ever opened a VA decision letter hoping today was finally the day? After months of gathering medical records, attending doctor's appointments, completing your C and P exam, and waiting for what felt like forever, you finally receive the notification. Your heart starts racing. You open the letter, and then you see one word: denied. A VA claim denial can feel like a punch in the gut. You start asking yourself questions. Did they even read my evidence? Did the examiner even listen to me? Was all of this a waste of time? For some veterans, that denial becomes much more than a piece of paper. It becomes the moment they begin losing confidence in the entire process. Some become angry, some become discouraged, and sadly, many decide they're done. If that's where you are today, I want you to hear this before you do anything else. A denial is not the end of your story. It doesn't automatically mean your condition isn't real. It doesn't automatically mean you don't deserve benefits. And it doesn't automatically mean you'll never receive VA disability compensation. What it usually means is that something was missing. The good news is that once you understand what that something is, you can make much better decisions about what to do next. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 biggest reasons veterans lose VA disability claims, and more importantly, how you can avoid making those same mistakes. Reason number 1: not understanding what the VA has to decide. One of the biggest misunderstandings veterans have is believing the VA is simply deciding whether they're injured. That's not actually what they're deciding. The VA has to answer specific legal questions. Do you have a current disability? Is there evidence connecting that disability to your military service? Does the evidence support granting the benefit under VA law? If just one of those pieces is missing, your claim may be denied. How to avoid it? Before you file a claim, ask yourself 3 questions. Do I have a current diagnosis? What evidence connects this condition to my military service? What documents help prove that connection? If you can't confidently answer those questions, that's where you should focus your efforts before filing or before appealing a denial. Reason number 2: the evidence doesn't tell the whole story. Many veterans assume their medical records speak for themselves. Sometimes they do, but often they don't. Medical records may show that you have a diagnosis, but they don't always explain how your condition affects your daily life or why it's connected to your military service. How to avoid it? Think about your claim as telling your story with evidence. Medical records are one part. Lay statements from you or your family can add important context. Buddy statements may help explain what happened during service or how your condition has changed over time. The goal isn't simply to submit more paperwork, it's to submit evidence that clearly answers the questions the VA is trying to resolve. Reason number 3: minimizing symptoms during the C and P exam. This is one I see veterans talk about all the time. Military culture teaches us to push through pain, to keep going, to say we're fine even when we're not. That mindset may have helped you during your military service, but it can work against you during a C and P exam. How to avoid it? Don't exaggerate your symptoms, but don't minimize them either. Be honest. Talk about your worst days. Explain how your condition affects your ability to work, sleep, drive, exercise, spend time with your family, or do everyday tasks. Your examiner can only document what you communicate during the exam. Reason number 4: not understanding the denial. One of the biggest mistakes veterans make after receiving a denial is immediately filing another claim without understanding why the first one was denied. That's like trying to fix a problem without knowing what's broken. How to avoid it? Read your decision letter carefully. Pay attention to the favorable findings section. Read the reasons for decision. Look at the evidence the VA considered. Those sections often provide valuable clues about what the VA determined was missing and can help you decide what your next step should be. Reason number 5, giving up. This one breaks my heart. Not because every denied claim should continue forever, but because so many veterans walk away believing a denial means they have no options left. Sometimes that's simply not true. A denial doesn't automatically mean your claim was impossible to win. It means the VA made a decision based on the evidence they had at that time. How to avoid it? Instead of asking, why don't they believe me? Ask, what does my claim still need? That one question can completely change how you approach your case. Knowledge replaces frustration. A plan replaces guesswork. And understanding the process gives you the confidence to make informed decisions about what comes next. Conclusion. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. A denial is not a measure of your service. It is not a measure of your sacrifice. And it is not a measure of your worth. It's simply a decision based on the evidence available and the legal requirements that apply to your claim. The more you understand those requirements, the better prepared you'll be to avoid common mistakes and build the strongest claim possible. That's exactly why I created Veterans Claims Compass. My goal is to help veterans understand the VA claims process, avoid unnecessary frustration, and move forward with confidence instead of confusion. If this video helped you, please consider subscribing, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What was the reason the VA gave for denying your claim? Your experience may encourage another veteran who's feeling discouraged today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.